You know, my favorite bit on the podcast is when Dan brings up a thing that he likes, and then Jackson and Noah just say, "Wow, that thing fucking blows."
Is that like a thing? Because you just like said it earlier, and I just assumed it was a thing. Do people say that?
Do they not?
Because this may be another classic segment of Jackson jokingly brings up a question that he knows nothing about, assuming everyone knows nothing about it, only to have everyone know things about it. I will say though, Percy Jackson, baller as hell. This is not a Percy Jackson slander podcast.
No, I do enjoy.
Fuck you, pal.
You know, I would just like to point something out about our society that I just realized.
Oh,
Is it that there's no
Bit of a
strip club named Hot
bit of a
Mics?
moment here. No, not about hot mics, not about anything related to that. You can try and bring it up as much as you want. I'm not going to take the bait.
That's fine.
Same.
You're a coward.
It says a lot about our society that Dan names his recording file Dan and then puts the date, and I name my recording files OTA and then I put the date.
That doesn't help Noah,
And
though.
then I
'cause
put
they're-
my name.
No. I'm not gonna take that one because it's much easier.
It says a lot
If I
about
were the
our
one,
society.
If I were the one editing, all I would care about was which person's track am I looking at a glance. I don't give a
here's
shit.
how-
I know what episode
Do
I'm
you
on.
care
I'm
how I
doing the
name
episode.
mine?
Yeah, what's yours, Noah?
It's Noah OTA date.
Ooh,
So you guys are selfish.
I
is
will.
what
I
I'm
will say
hearing.
I don't put OTA in my thing. That's true, but that's also because I'm only doing one podcast right now. I feel like
Yeah,
Noah, you have
well, I
an
mean, in
excuse.
fairness, there's no confusion between the two podcasts. There's stored
You know
in
me,
separate
the
folders.
podcast guy, doing all
That's-
my different podcasts.
You know,
I do.
that's what I always say about you. Honestly, I say that about you as much as people say about me that I'm the Al Capone guy.
Actually, people say that I'm the Al Capone guy. And I feel like you're trying
not
to take
even
my
remotely
bit.
true.
You're trying to take
Everyone-
my bit. This is my bit.
Why are you gaslighting me? For years,
my
people
bit.
have called me the Al Capone
Who told you that?
guy.
Who told you that? Your
Fucking
wife?
everyone
Oh, you
calls
listen to
me
everything
that,
she
dude.
says? Oh, okay. Your friends tell you that? Okay.
Yeah, my friends are like, "Hey, Al Capone guy."
Yeah, well,
would
your
you shut
friends
the
don't know what
fuck
they're
up
talking
Al
about.
Capone, and I'm like, "Geez, guys, come on." I'm just trying to share some cool info, and they're like, "Al Capone guy, Al Capone guy." It's really, hurtful.
For the
and I'm-
reference, everybody, right before we started recording, I made some stupid comment about how Al Capone is technically a Valium mom, and how I'm always talking about Al Capone.
How much
And
Al Capone
it was
is too
the
much Al
dumbest
Capone?
comment I've made all week. And you know what Noah wanted to bring up
Noah-
within the
Noah
first
latched
minute of
onto that.
recording?
No,
like, let's
latched
drag
onto
this
that, and then
motherfucker.
No latched onto that, and you both no-sold me on hot mics, and I am. There's no
Hell
justice.
yeah,
in
we
this world.
did.
Yeah, Hot Mike sucks.
There's no fucking
Hot Mike
justice.
sucks. You know
Fuck
who doesn't
you.
suck,
Al
though?
Capone guy?
Al Capone.
Al Capone guy is a good bit. Hot Mics, it's just Magic Mike. Al
I'll be
Capone guy
honest,
is a
I
great
did forget
bit
that Magic
because
Mike
it
was a
sucks.
thing.
Because like, imagine if you.
I don't know, dude. I don't think about Magic Mike that often.
Oh, my name's Dan. I just don't know about Magic Mike. Shut the fuck
I know.
up.
I know about.
Yeah, what's
Magic Mike,
next?
I
You
just
talk
don't
about
think
Al
Magic
Capone more.
You
know
know
how
what? I
there's,
can say
like-
confidently, I have talked about Al Capone more times in my life than I've talked about Magic Mike.
Oh, I can definitely say that as well.
That's probably normal, yeah. Because like you can't just like talk to like your like a high school teacher about Magic Mike, but they're gonna make you write a paper about Al Capone
I
or
was gonna say
something.
counterpoint. My high school teacher was my mother. I definitely could have talked to her about Magic Mike.
Yeah, your mom would want to talk to you about Magic Mike.
I don't think
I
my
was
mom
gonna say,
cared
you-
that much, actually.
Okay.
Hey, Mom, you want to talk about this male stripper movie? Honestly,
I'm
going to go out on a limb here, right? I'm going to go out on a
You're-
limb and
yeah.
say
Mhm.
that your mom,
Yeah, go for it.
my mom,
out there,
most of the
Out
homeschool
on that limb.
moms
Ooh.
would
out
be
on the limb,
more
yeah.
okay with you talking about Magic Mike than about
Mhm.
female strippers.
Evolution.
And
yes,
evolution.
100%. Because there's no justice in this world. Absolute fact.
Because you're not gay, so you're not lusting after Mike's hard body.
Shows what they know, idiots.
I am lusting after Mike's hard body and his lemonade.
I knew you were going to say that.
Nice.
That's why we call you the Mike's Lemonade guy.
They always tell me that. So you know how there's like history guys,
Yeah.
and how like none of the types of like history guys you can be aren't a red flag.
yeah, no.
Like there's
100%.
Yeah,
there's no
fact.
good type of like I'm into like blank history. It's bad.
Mhm.
But like I really like the idea, and I know they definitely exist, of someone who's like I'm really into Al Capone history. I'm really into bootlegging history.
I
feel
know a
like-
guy like that.
Okay, so
I just feel like that would suck.
bootlegging, I sleep, but I feel like I know a lot of people who are into Al Capone just because it's like, yeah, man, I mean, like, Al Capone, dude, he's just so cool.
See, I feel like I know more people
I-
who are into bootlegging than into Al Capone.
People
but
used to respect their moms, like Al Capone.
Yeah, but those aren't like the thing is like that's like people being like sharing a meme about World War II. There's a difference between someone who's like, back when gangsters respected their moms and like a stupid Facebook post. There's like that's a very much similar to like people who just share like a meme about World War II. I'm talking about like those people who are like they're reading books on Al Capone and they're like talking about it to all their friends. They've got like little Al Capone cardboard cutouts.
Mm-hmm. You know, okay, fair enough.
I think there is absolutely, no matter what I agree with you, Jason, that no matter what the history thing you're into, there's a certain point with that, and it's not necessarily the same point for everything, right? Like I think there's some, like, if you're real into like civil rights history, that's your gauge for how much is too into civil rights history is very different than someone who's into like World War II history.
Oh, I'm sorry that you think civil rights
Absolutely.
can be too much, Dan.
I do. I think there's such thing as too much civil rights, and I'm on record saying that.
Jesus.
I'm gonna ask you to stop.
I'm gonna ask you to reaffirm. You think there is such a thing as what?
Too much civil rights. Not in the context
Alright,
of, you
just
know.
making sure. Just making sure.
Dang, I
You think
can't
people
believe
can care
this is
too
finally
much?
the episode that Dan gets canceled from.
Honestly, I kind of get it if he does.
No, I get it.
I would
Fair.
cancel him too, if we're being honest.
You know what's like a sick ass like time period to be into that unfortunately all the people who are into are like fucking weird about it?
Mm.
Like ancient Babylonian stuff.
Yeah, dude.
It's fucking cool and stupid and like we're like what happened to it? I don't know.
It fucked
Mhm.
off.
And then like the people who are into it though, they're like, yeah, I don't like not white people. Like,
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Why are you like this? How does that make any sense? Like, I feel like Babylonian mythology is cool as hell because it is not only like big ass like the buildings, the fucking stone buildings
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, dude.
Like with the hanging plants, with the cool shit.
Yeah.
That stuff's
Mm-hmm.
sick as hell, and I feel like we shouldn't just let weird racist people have that. We should everyone should be like, yeah. Also, it encompasses astrology and the Bible.
Well, that's the thing is I feel like
technically,
It's the
I
best
feel like,
of all worlds.
because I for a very long time was really interested in a lot of different, actually like 6 or 7 different ancient civilizations over my childhood, but like
that's too many.
well, at different times.
Okay,
But like looking back, any one of those, if I were still super into now, massive red flags, right?
I
yeah.
had someone tell me I had someone who was like in their mid-20s, unironically tell me not super long ago that they genuinely as a religion believed in Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like being silly. It wasn't like some kind of
No, that's a real
satire
thing.
of people's beliefs. They're like, no, I genuinely think Zeus lives on Mount Olympus,
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
and I think he's the god of lightning. I think sometimes he takes the form of a bull and impregnates people.
I'll be honest, I respect
I
that on
thought it,
some level.
I don't, because it's fucking stupid.
I mean, I'm not gonna get
No,
into that. I'm not
you
gonna
can
get
go
into
there.
that.
You can take a cable car to Mount Olympus. There are a lot more nebulous beliefs out
Well,
there
yeah,
that
but Mount
exist.
Olympus as an idea, not necessarily, you can just name a place Mount Olympus. It doesn't make it the Mount Olympus.
Okay, Percy Jackson. I don't think that's quite what they meant, though.
I think that any religion, you have to make some acknowledgments that, hey, maybe
Yes,
things aren't
and
as
that's why I don't like them.
Okay, I didn't want to go there because Noah's gonna
But,
Noah's gonna re-cancel me a second time.
No, you can look. There's first of all, there's a huge difference between saying you don't believe in religion and you think that civil rights can be too much.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's a
One of
huge
those
difference between those.
is a really bad thing, and the other one is like, well, yeah, that's just your opinion, man.
And I'm not trying to shit on people for the religion, but you believe in Zeus? You think the chariot pulls the sun? You're on that? We're on that pack right now?
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like as with most religions, you have to accept that some things aren't, even though you believe in the core bits, right? I think it's super easy.
Some of them
to
way
sit and
more than
say-
others.
Yeah, it's super easy to sit and say, yeah, dude, Zeus is out there on metaphorical Mount Olympus with the boys, right? That's a lot easier of a sell than you trying to tell me, yeah, dude, chariot in the sky, let's go. You know what I mean? I think there is. You don't have to ascribe to every piece of the belief system to say that you're a believer in something.
Maybe, but I just think the Greek mythology one just kind of doesn't really make much sense because at the time wasn't it basically a folklore creation myth? It wasn't taken as genuine, solid, 100% truth. It was more of a these are the tales we tell one another. Like these are like historically this is what we believe for things we can't explain. But like they ascribed meaning and like man-like traits to the things that they didn't quite have an understanding of, and as those understandings came about, those things went to the side. So I feel like there's a lot less of like a I don't know.
Well, there's room for
I don't know.
error.
It just didn't make sense. But like in 2021, it just doesn't quite lock in that someone's like, I believe that fucking Eurydice had to get saved by what's the Orpheus, but Orpheus couldn't do it or whatever, and like
I think here's a double issue there, right? If someone's
and
gonna
dogs
tell
can't
me,
have 3 heads.
well, here's the thing: if someone's gonna
I
tell
wish dogs
me
had 3 heads.
that
more heads than
they're into like Norse paganism,
Yes.
I'm not gonna. I get it, right? Because a lot of that is just like, yeah, because built into the religion is, and we are in the aftermath of the big mess, you know.
Mhm.
So like, a lot of that stuff is already like, yeah, this is the old history, and we have moved on. I
It's
get
not
that.
contemporary.
Exactly. But like, and here's the thing. If Norse mythology had the same kind of Percy Jackson stuff going on, I would probably take it a lot less seriously. Percy Jackson does quite honestly ruin the whole like I want to believe in the Greek gods thing for me even more than just the base concept.
I will say though, Percy Jackson baller as hell. This is not a Percy Jackson slander podcast.
No, I do enjoy.
It's sick
I
as
haven't
fuck.
read any of the books in a long time, and I
They're
do feel like
sick
I
as hell.
remember they dropped off. But
I
like,
disagree. I think they kept getting better. And then they did the Apollo ones. I didn't read those, but for what I read, I was like, man, these are pretty fire.
yeah, I remember I read
or
the OG series, and it was a blast.
Yeah,
Couldn't
the first like
recommend it more.
the big 5.
And then they added the other stuff, and I'm like, hey, I'll pass. But
The other stuff was real good. It just the first like 2 books of the other stuff were like kind of meh. They weren't bad, but they just weren't that. And then it got better, but it's like you know, you can't be like you got to read the first 2 books. They're not good.
yeah, no, it just
People
doesn't.
do
work.
that literally all the
The
time.
first 5 though, like the original 5, man, those books are all time certified hood classics. Just amazing. I gotta love them. They're worth reading. Although honestly, they don't hold up anymore. Like as an adult, I didn't really find any kind of enjoyment in reading them or trying to read them again.
You know what? I don't think that
but
they
that's
have
fine.
to. I think that's okay.
Exactly.
Because I feel
I
like
had the
a
fond
lot of
memories,
when I was a
that's what's
child, I
important.
played with childish things, kind of thing.
Yeah. And you know, that's I feel like I've had that issue with a lot of different things that I used to like a lot where I'm like, "Oh, I guess it was actually really bad." And it's like, "Well, yeah, cuz I'm 28 years old. It's gonna be bad. I'm not 13 anymore." I was talking about some young adult fantasy series I used to read recently. Del Toro Quest. I don't know if you ever read those.
Oh, that sounds sick as hell.
Dude, I remember it being sick as hell. My mom
Like the idea of going on a
gave-
Del Toro quest, it sounds like you're going to like a fast food restaurant. I'm in.
It was a fast food restaurant. You're probably
Wow.
not surprised to hear that.
What a weird fantasy book.
Yeah. But yeah, my mom gave me all the books recently because she was clearing out the rest of my stuff, and she's like, "Hey, I'm not going to store this stuff for you forever." And I'm like, "Ah, shit. I get it, but I don't like it. Cuz now I have all this garbage in my house, you know?"
Oh, you could hear me out here. You could also just not store it. You could just, you know,
Get rid of
Well,
it.
there's a part of
take
me
it to the wayside.
that
But it's hard when it's childhood stuff.
Exactly. As someone who is you know, desperately trying to find some brief like moments of I remember that and I really liked it. Because I'm just really tired right now. These books strike me as the kind of thing where it's like I could read one of these in an afternoon. What's the worst that could happen? And honestly, the worst that could happen is that my memories of this it's like a 30 book series, dude. And I guarantee it's not gonna hold up. But what if it does?
That's how I
you
feel
know?
about Animorphs.
I'm trying to remember this like fantasy book series I read as like a kid.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's called The Seventh Tower. So I don't remember much about it, but I remember it also being one of those things where you're like, man, this sounds sick as hell. And I'm pretty sure it was just like super classism. It was just like, hey, everyone's class bound, and also I think everybody gets like a shadow that like is like a monster kind of, but like they have to go another world and get it. I don't know. The shit doesn't really make sense anymore. And I'm like, it was published by Scholastic and Lucasfilm.
Scholastic and Lucasfilm.
Yeah, two
That
heavy
sounds
hitters come
sick as
together to
hell.
make The Seventh Tower, made by Garth Nix. Holy
Garth,
shit.
wait a minute, Garth
what kind of
Nix.
name is
Garth Nix.
Garth?
I know Garth Nix. What did he write that I read?
Probably The Seventh Tower.
No, he wrote
The
was he
Old
Keys
Kingdom.
To the Kingdom.
Yeah, he was the Keys to the Kingdom.
I read his Keys to the Kingdom books.
Oh shit, how were those?
I enjoyed them a lot. I think they were really quite enjoyable. As far as like young adult fantasy goes, there's stuff that doesn't have originality and then there's stuff that does. This was it was across the board just a really fun take, I think. Cool things.
Yeah, The Seventh Tower is like everything's like in a big ass castle and the rest of the world is like frozen. And it's just like stratified by class. And the classes aren't just like upper like rich like poor people. They're literally based on color. So like everyone has like these color crystals and that like identifies their class. And like the kid comes from like the lowest and then has to like battle people, like steal crystals and do other nonsense stuff to break up to the higher echelons of society and dismantle it. But it's very like actually like kind of leftist now that I'm like recounting it, because it's basically just about a kid who's using class antagonisms or it's just a story about class antagonisms and one child's battle to, I don't know, have a shadow pet that fights monsters. I don't really know what happened anymore. I read it when I was like 12.
Mm-hmm.
But I remembered it.
I feel like a lot of books, like children's books, are very like there's a certain amount of fight the power, fight the system, fight fight the man that comes with a lot of, I feel like, children's and young adult books, and part of that is the age thing, and the other part, and part of me wonders if that's like not just, oh yeah, there's a reason that there's a reason that a lot of us have grown up to be like, nah, dude, system fucking blows.
I mean, you could maybe say it's reading The Seventh Tower by Garth Nix, or you could maybe say it's like the way that we literally live within a stratified
Well, sure, of
society that
course.
actively pursues like the suppression of poor people.
I mean, Jackson.
No, I think it was
while
Like,
get
I
where
don't know
you're
if it's
coming
The
from-
Seventh Tower.
While I get where you're coming from, I do feel like the fact that most young adult books are very, very progressive, definitely does play into it like a little bit, right?
I mean, I think probably, but also in the time when I was reading all those things was when I was like at my shittiest.
Well, yeah,
So
but you're not shitty anymore. Checkmate, atheists.
yeah, that's true. But again, maybe like I can see it coming out as a positive for some people, but I also think that the reason those books are written that way is they're reflective of our own, obviously existing world.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, yes, that part, 100%.
So they're just kind of pointing out problems that are there.
Well, yeah,
and
but
then because kids read it in a way that was like, but this time with a sword, they were like, holy shit.
Well, that's exactly it, right? Is I feel like it's one of those things of like the stories we tell and the forms in which we tell them, right? Like, yes, it's absolutely a reflection of our world, but like it's a lot easier to read about fucking going up and fighting against a class system with a sword than it is going up and fighting against a class system with protests. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I
I
feel
feel
like
I'm
just-
just saying I don't know how much of an effect the books have had
That's fair.
necessarily.
I think it's super fair. I think it probably varies from person to person. I don't know. I'd wish that I had like stats on it because I'd be very curious to see if there is any correlation from that.
I wish I could find any kid that didn't read shitty young adult books that were all like feel good, so that I could
Right?
check them against all the rest of us.
To be fair, I feel like if you were a kid and you didn't read any, like literally any shitty young adult books, like I feel like that's a bigger tell about like your life and lifestyle than it is about you as a person. Although it probably can also tell you a little bit about that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the main reason and the only reason I read like The Seventh Tower and it stuck out to me is because like instead of being, because there's like 6 or 7 books, and instead of being like 6 or 7 individual books, there was only 2 volumes.
Yeah, dude.
So I just got to check out like 3 books at once from the library.
Yeah, dude. I have
Did you
distinct
say you
memories
were
of doing that with
min-maxing your books?
I was kind of min-maxing my library book quota.
I
Yeah.
mean, I know it's like a meme of, oh yes, all young Christians / young homeschoolers have read it, but like I did the exact same thing with the Chronicles of Narnia when I was a wee lad.
Not
they
a
had
meme,
a-
actually. That's just facts.
It is a fact.
I was in
because it's-
homeschooled and I didn't read it.
See,
Yeah, It's actually the law.
I
that
can't believe
homeschool kids
Jackson's the
have to.
focus group here.
Thank you,
But yeah,
Jackson, for being
Yeah,
our
I wasn't
focus group.
homeschooled, and that's why I have the most swag out of any of the co-hosts on this podcast.
It's true.
Fuck me. Yeah, I did the same thing because they had a compendium of like the first however fucking many. What are there? 8 of those? 9 of those suckers?
I don't know.
Too fucking many, and only half of
I was
them
gonna say what library, and then I realized like
It's
there
all the
actually are libraries that aren't part of schools. Yeah,
Well, yeah, the Blasco library.
forgot.
Yeah,
I never really went to
the
those.
library.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, was a
I
huge
always
fan
forget
of
about public
Blasco.
libraries.
Yo, fucking.
I never really went to public libraries. at all.
Blasco fucked. I'm just gonna say it
It really did.
I'm sure.
like that.
We had like the school library though, so it's kind of like all good, you know.
School library, I feel like is there's a respectable amount of school library. Like I'm the only school library I got to interact with was in college, and that did not fuck.
Yeah, college libraries are kind of like lame because they're like, ooh, this is so you can get emailed journals.
Yeah, basically.
You try to tell me that the school library is not a certified hood classic?
No, not the college libraries. The school libraries are. Like high school libraries, middle school libraries, elementary school libraries. Those went so hard. Like I have so many fond memories of like the school's libraries because it was just like it was jam packed. It was like this is for the kids, and then the middle school one was like this is for the middle schoolers. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, if you really wanted a book, you'd have to like track up to the high school to get it.
Damn,
And you felt like super cool when you were in like 7th grade getting a book out of the high school library.
Oh,
that is pretty rad.
is that even allowed?
It was allowed. Yeah, you had to like ask a librarian though.
Get special permission to steal the adult book.
Sometimes it was the same book. There was just like the copy from the middle school was out.
I think I've
And if the
talked about
library
it,
was feeling
Jackson, but you know my grandmother was a librarian at your library, right?
maybe.
It throws Sam
wait,
for
I-
a loop consistently because a lot of reasons. But yeah.
I don't know. I only remember 2 librarians, and they were both like middle-aged men.
Oh, interesting. Might have been literally like just before or just after them. Well, no, it would have been just before them.
No, I went to school with Sam.
Weird, because Sam knows who I'm talking about.
I don't.
Eh,
I mean, I might if I saw her, but like,
whack.
I only remember 2 of the librarians, and they were cool though. But they were also not from high school. They were middle school and elementary school.
That might be it. She was at the high school.
Yeah, I didn't interact much with the high school librarian. I just kind of like minded my own business in the high school library.
Didn't want to cause a
No, it's
scene.
all-
You were already there.
No, you all right? Yeah. What was going on over there?
Oh my gosh, I'm dying here. I'm
You guys-
sorry.
Tough crowd, huh?
This is what happens when you record this late at night.
Dan just made a drill sound. Yeah, it's late night.
Late nights.
Welcome
I
to
was about
late
to say late
night
night
off the
stream.
air.
It is like a classic. Like we haven't done a late night episode in a year and a half. I feel like it's
You
been
know,
a
One could
long
say
time.
that late night episodes are certified hood classics.
I feel like we always say
DJ.
that we never do a
Sorry.
late night episode, but we do them all like not that we do them all the time, but we do them pretty
really
often.
We really don't do them that
How often?
often.
Every 2 months, maybe.
Every like at absolute most, one in every 8, 9, 10 episodes.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
We should switch it up. You know, maybe we should do some like early morning episodes every once in a while again.
Oh man, I
Holy
hated
shit.
those.
I mean, my job
feel like
situation is changing. I'll be able to
That's
do them
true.
again soon.
That's true.
There is like a handful of like scenarios you can find us in that are like abnormal, but also like welcome changes. I think late night episodes, kind of early morning, in that we don't appreciate it, but it does make for interesting / weird content. And then inebriated episodes where like one or more hosts is under an influence.
We haven't done a New Year. If we've done like what, maybe 2 of those ever, at least that I've been a part of.
I was gonna say, if you think we've only done 2 of them ever, I've done a very good job. That's a bit of a joke there, bit of a joke. But
What
actually,
is
I
the
feel like
joke? I don't understand it.
Good joke.
maybe we should do like
I do it
an off the air like
off the air after dark.
yeah at 9.
Night.
I feel like because we've had a pretty consistent like afternoon on Sunday
Mhm.
recording time. That's probably why it's been so long since we've had someone under an influence.
No, yeah, like unless you're getting turned at 1:00 on a Sunday.
Exactly, and
That
we're typically
personally
not.
is a good time to get turned.
It is
So,
factually.
It's a good time to why not start early?
No, 100% accurate. I apologize for implying that it wasn't the best possible time to get turned.
I just don't know why you would say that. You know, it just seems very
So
rude.
anyway, I'm about to start pounding shots mid
Let's go.
episode.
I'll do it. I'll
Hell
one
yeah.
for one you on shots. I'm not scared. I want to be up
I
till
don't-
like 7 tomorrow. I'll be fine.
I have to. You know what? It's fine. I have to do play-by-play at a couple games tomorrow. But like, what's the worst that could happen?
I'm
Um,
very afraid at this concept, and
a lot of
I
things.
mean, I won't be joining, but it's
It's not
because
as
I have to
cool as
wake
Okay,
up
hold up. I got.
early.
it's not cool.
Yes,
not
yes.
everybody.
So Dan, what's the maneuver here?
I don't know, dude. What are you in the mood for?
I
can't
have
believe he's,
very
like,
minimal
20 feet
alcohol.
away.
Yeah, no, he's
I
going.
slid
He's
back
like-
to go check and see what was in my fridge, and also to slide
So
my
I don't
brandy back into
really-
the fridge.
I haven't had anything to drink in a long while.
This feels like a thing we shouldn't do mid-episode. This feels like a thing we should prep for.
Why?
You know what? Fuck it,
It's
dude.
coward talk.
You know what? You're right. It is coward time. That's the pussy in me talking. Let's go.
I don't know that I have anything.
Okay. Well.
I have blueberry lemonade rum.
Ooh, that
That
actually sounds
sounds
like it would
nice.
be really good. Wait, Jackson, were you the one that gave me so much shit for flavored vodkas?
Probably.
No,
Fuck
no,
you.
it was blue curacao.
Oh, I do fucking hate blue curacao.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because you
Um,
said it tasted like blue.
No, it doesn't
No,
taste
it's-
like blue.
Because it
It's
tastes
just
like
orange
oranges,
flavored.
but it is
That's
blue.
what it was.
It's just an orange liqueur they put blue food coloring and make it like blueberry.
That's
You know, make it a blue flavor.
That's what it was.
Or diet orange. It's not that hard.
I remember that. I remember. But Diet Orange
It's
wouldn't
just
look as
yeah,
nice. Wouldn't look as nice in
I
all
don't
the
get
drinks
it.
that it goes in.
it's in all the drinks because it makes people go like, "Wow!" But it's just blue food coloring.
Yeah, but it
You could
looks
put
nice.
blue food coloring in any drink and it would do the exact same thing as blue curacao.
Yeah, but it's not satisfying. And blue food coloring doesn't have alcohol in it. Idiot.
Way cheaper though.
True.
Yeah, but blue curacao, you're paying for like a 20% alcohol and it's like a premium price on a bottle. And even if you're getting the cheap stuff, then it's just gonna suck. So just put some simple syrup in, put some blue food coloring in, and add more vodka. It's fine.
I like where your head's up.
Yeah, blue food coloring is super cheap. Only takes a drop and the drink will be like, "Bah."
Yeah, and you get that neat like smoking effect, the smoky effect. You know what I'm talking about? That like,
Oh yeah, when you first drop it in.
yeah,
it goes,
dude. I don't know what else to call it besides like smoky. I'm sure that's not the right word, but
It's like ink.
inky. Yeah,
I would say ink. Yeah, it's a very inky effect. That's my favorite Pac-Man ghost.
inky. Mine is Clyde.
Of course it is.
I'm gonna say Clyde fans, low tier.
I mean, you're right. Listen, I'm not saying that mine is a good choice.
Who's the best Teletubby?
I feel like you know what my answer is going to be already.
Actually, let me guess. Is it Poe?
Of course, it's Poe.
Of course, it's fucking Poe.
Dude, I have.
Which one's Poe? I don't know anything about the Teletubbies
I actually
actually.
don't know which one is Poe.
Because this may be another classic segment of Jackson jokingly brings up a question that he knows nothing about, assuming everyone knows nothing about it, only to have everyone know things about it. It's one of my favorite recurring segments where I'm
It is
like,
a consistent bit
yeah,
for the
it's
show.
like
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
Muppets, guys. And like, I'll make fun of something, and it turns out you guys are like homeschoolers, so you'll be like, actually, I love the Muppets. Oh, okay.
Dude, fuck yeah, dude. Fucking. I rewatched Muppets Christmas Special this past week. It was great. Poe's the red one.
It's seasonal. Oh, it's Christmas.
Oh yeah, it's Christmas today. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all and to.
What's your favorite Christmas special?
Favorite Christmas special?
I have a massive like soft spot for the original, like the old Rudolph, the like old stop motion.
The Rankin Boss.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that is a fun one.
It's a classic. It is, I think, probably to me the one that makes me feel like the most Christmas. You know what I mean?
That's fair. I've got. I like there's a California Raisins, I think, sponsored claymation Christmas special. We used to have on VHS that I'd watch as a kid, and that was really fun.
That sounds either very good or very, very bad.
It had like these camels that sang like "We Three Kings," but like it was like a funk rendition of
How
it.
would the camels sing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't remember.
the
It went hard though, and there was like dinosaurs,
Oh hell yeah, dude!
and they had like waffles
I understand none of those things, but that sounds amazing.
because they were like it was the song "Here We Go a Wassailing," but someone messed up and thought it was waffling, so they all had waffles, and they were singing "Here We
bit.
Go a Waffling."
That's a good bit.
It was a pretty good bit, and it was like
Classic.
one dinosaur was like really pissed. He was like, "No, guys, that's not the correct lyrics," and everyone else was like, "Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, but like we already have the waffles here. What else are we gonna do? Might as well have fun."
Man, there's always one guy who's like, "Nah, dude, you're singing the lyrics incorrectly." Actually,
And then I do love Tim and Eric the Crimbus special
I don't have you on that one. Sorry, bud.
with a DV. Because the entire thing is like, well, it's like the Christmas special, but it's also like an advertisement for buying the DVD of the special you're watching.
That's pretty great. I do like that. That's a good. I like that a lot.
And the DVD is taken on like a life in the form of a character named DV, and they sing this song that like my friends and I used to always like sing, and it goes like, "Oh DV, I wish you were my son." It's
That's
so
amazing.
good.
Fuck.
It's so good. Oh DV, I love you more than him. Oh. And then like DV like puts both his arms in the air, and it's just terrifying. It's this horrifying little. Here, I'm gonna send you the image of like it's Tim and Eric dressed basically like minions with this little man in a suit with a DVD strapped to his chest, and it's forever one of the greatest images. I can't send it. Okay, it's sent. It's just forever one of the greatest songs ever written.
That is
Fuck.
It's incredible,
huh.
right?
That's a powerful image.
DV,
Yeah,
I
there's
wish
there's
you
there's
were
energy
my
here, and I don't know what it
son.
is.
Oh. It's a wonderful song. It's a wonderful special, and I love DV. I think he's like a little Yeti man.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a little Yeti man.
Huge fan of DV. In the bowl cut with the DVD strapped to his chest.
The bowl cut really does sell. What was it about
Yeah,
us
no,
giving like little Yeti men bowl cuts for a while? What was up with that?
I do feel. I was gonna say.
I'm sorry.
I do
no,
feel like that's
no,
a thing.
hold up.
No, I'm with.
What
Noah.
are you guys on?
No, I'm with you. No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I feel like that was a thing for a while, right?
No, because that's what I'm
It's like-
saying. Is like I have a distinct
are
memory of
spiraling.
like people who were furry. They all just happened to be like bowl cut
Yeah,
instead of being like furry.
I don't know what you're
across the
talking about,
board.
and you're
It was someone
No,
in a furry outfit with a bowl, but to distinguish the head, and it's like, oh, this is the head, so it has hair instead of just like fur. So you
Mhm,
had like you had a
no. This
bowl
is very
cut.
specific, but neither of you can give examples.
Yeah, no,
I
it's weird that
can't, and I hate
Noah
it.
and I both like
So then how
are so certain of this and have absolutely nothing to back it up.
You're both like, yeah, I think for like a long time, every furry man in
No,
media was
dude, I'm
given a
telling
bowl
you, it was
cut.
a thing.
And no, I can't and won't elaborate on that. I'm sorry, but I don't doubt
God
you.
is a,
I just don't
God is a furry in a bowl
believe you.
cut. Elaborate on that. No.
believe it or not. Every furry for a long while had a bowl cut.
Oh fuck this! Yeti makes a
But don't get mad at
dog
me.
bowl, and I'm so angry because I'm trying to search Yetis with bowl cuts, and I just keep finding this fucking dog dish that Yeti makes. Why does Yeti make a dog bowl? Why are you gonna spend? How much money is this? How much money is this piece of shit? How much is it?
Is it a nice
why are
dog
you
bowl?
gonna spend $40 on a dog bowl with the Yeti branding on it? And it looks like it has the fucking like double steel insulation. Yeah. Oh,
kinda sick.
non-insulated. It is very durable.
Oh,
Double wall, non-insulated stainless steel. It's a 4-cup bowl.
yeah.
Yeah,
Dishwasher safe.
You can get it custom
Oh,
engraved.
I
so
sure did
angry.
make a mistake looking up furry bowl cut, huh?
Yeah,
Oh no,
you did.
not at all. That sounds sick as hell. I mean, I'm googling that now.
Me too. Furry bowl. Oh, there's a Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
The first
Oh, I'm
result
not getting
is
that
a
at all.
Nazi.
My first result is also a Nazi.
My first result is just it's just like a whole bunch of women with bowl cuts.
I searched furry bowl cut, and this.
I also searched furry bowl cut. You guys have like some sick ass search results on.
Just
Fucking freaks.
Yeah, dude.
Safe search isn't even like totally turned off. I don't think.
I don't have safe search on. I'm cool.
I'm so confused.
No, I'm just getting like women in bowl cuts. There's a couple of sloths.
I
with bowl
scrolled
cuts.
down
There's like a
and I'm
bird.
seeing women with bowl cuts now.
Miley Cyrus is on here.
She is. There's some really honestly. Here's a big hot take of mine. Right. Some people really can rock a bowl cut.
yeah, 100%.
And I mean that entirely unironically. I think the bowl cut is a sick ass style, but
The
you
problem,
need to fully own it.
yeah, you
like,
need to own
it's
it
a
and you need
look-
to do something with it.
Well, yeah, you need to make sure it's combed down in its
Mhm.
bowl pattern all the time if you want to accent the bowl cuttiness of it. But then
Mhm.
you also gotta like you need some makeup to accent it. You need to make sure that everything pops in the right way so that you don't look too you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And there's like different tiers of it too, right? Like there's like the one that is like here, hold on. Like this, I don't want to. I don't
think-
care. I don't love this look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's a great look. Hold on, let me copy paste this.
What?
Is it DV? Because he looks cool.
Why'd you delete my furry image so that you could paste your
I
own?
deleted the furry Nazi image that you put in the chat.
Like, I don't love that
Oh
as a
yeah,
bowl
I
cut.
love. What do you mean you don't love that? That's the one I have up looking at it
Really?
like, holy
That's,
shit, this is
I
sick
feel like
as
that's
hell.
the weakest one of all the ones I'm scrolling through.
No.
That's so weak.
No, man. I love that. I love that so much.
I think, you know what I think my problem is? I think that it's a little bit like, because I'm looking at literally the next one down as far as like on Google related images, and like
Is it the bowl cut mullet? Because that's
no, this
also
one.
sick as hell. Oh, let me guess. You're looking for. See, yeah, no, that's
I'm
good
much,
too.
See, that's much better. I think it's because it's much
Dude,
higher.
they are the same.
They are not
thing.
the same.
The hairline is literally brought up exactly the same amount. It's to the eyebrow.
One wears it a lot better than fine, but
One of them has a taller head, and
That's what it
the
is.
arch down is slightly different.
Look,
No.
I'm gonna say, listen, that to me is not ideal. That's all I'm saying.
No, I dig it. I dig it.
What the fuck are you guys talking
We're
about?
talking about bowl cuts, dude.
Yeah, this is great.
I know
this
that,
is
but, like,
great
why?
content for an audio medium, by the way.
Anyway,
You guys are like looking. You guys are looking at two pictures arguing over it.
Yes.
okay, so I'm gonna change our topic drastically.
Yeah.
I work for the state now. I got a new job.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I'm a
Oh my god,
liquor
that's right.
store
You actually
clerk.
technically work. Oh, do you get state insurance? Hold up, wait, no, do you get?
I do.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Only I think full time gets state insurance. I think full time is for free, and if you're permanent part time, I think you pay into it. I'm not 100% sure. I need to look into
that
it
makes
still.
you pay into it no matter what. That's how insurance works. But I understand what you're saying.
Well, yeah, no, but like in my meeting, I'm pretty sure that the permanent full time people don't.
No, because it's a state. Yeah, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. But anyway, it's
dude,
a great
congrats.
job, but it has got me very afraid that I'm gonna sell liquor to a minor. So I'm gonna tell you a story about tonight. We had these two
Did you sell
people.
liquor to a minor?
I don't want to spoil the story, but no. But no,
checking.
me and my coworker, he comes up to me, he's like, dude, I bet you a
Some
shot
minors in here.
that if you carded both of those people, one of them's gonna be like, oh, I don't have my my ID. And I'm like, yeah, bet. Oh, let's see this. And dude, I tell you, if you were to look at this couple, you would think that the guy is like 22, maybe, and that the girl was like 19.
Mm-hmm.
They were in there for 45 minutes, poking around, looking at stuff, and they finally picked some
Oh,
stuff
that's
out.
super suspicious.
Yeah, I know, it's so suspicious. And then after I card them,
Kind of sussy bacas.
she is 22, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not that surprised at that. You know,
He's
it's really hard to tell people's
35.
ages sometimes. But he is 26, almost 27, and she's a fresh 22. So we're looking at an almost 5-year age gap. Very kind of uncomfortable, in my opinion. It's like at that point of life.
Yeah, that
Right?
age,
5 years
yeah.
doesn't matter as much once you pass like certain thresholds, but like for whatever reason, 26, 22 feels like weird, right?
I can see that, yeah.
But
depends
anyway,
As
really
I'm
heavily on-
24
it
and
depends
Mario's
on real-
21. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty.
It depends on how
that's
long
weird.
the relationship is going on. Like if that's a
And
fresh one, that's one thing. If it's been going on for like 3 years, that's a yikes.
exactly. But this dude, he had very long hair, and I think he's been growing it out for the last like 3 years.
Mm.
But in his license picture, he looked like a Russian fuckboy who was arrested for selling hard drugs.
That's amazing.
Yeah, me too.
That's so specific.
It's very he had like short hair, combed over, real like clean with a little lift in the front, but he was also wearing a tracksuit top, and the way he was like smirking into the camera. It's like, you can't do that for your ID photo. What are you doing?
You can actually. Fun
Is there
fact.
anybody that
you can in fact do it.
think
They
you
can't
guys
stop you.
look like? Like, is there any like stereotype you like look at a picture of yourself and you're like, oh god?
The one I looked like I should not say on a podcast.
Wow.
shit. What could you possibly be about to say
No one knows.
that you couldn't? What do you look like that you can't talk about on the podcast?
No one knows.
Noah.
Noah
I-
can
you
greenlight
know?
it if he wants.
I don't know what
Green
picture you're
lighted?
talking about.
Oh
What
no!
are you
Literally,
talking
not my
about?
picture. Just my entire aesthetic for like the first.
Oh, school shooter man.
that one. I don't feel comfortable bringing that up on the podcast. But yeah, that's exactly.
Here's
what
the
it was.
thing. No, You wanted to look like that really bad.
What?
No, I
Kind of-
didn't.
No.
No,
Wait. Backing up. You wanted
I'm
to
fucking losing my mind
gigantic
over here.
asterisk
I
be
had
able to
literally
wear
nothing lined
trench
up compared
coats
to
and
this shit.
stuff.
I mean, to be fair, I
But-
still want to be able to wear trench coats, but
Yeah. But all I could think of is when you dressed up for homeschool prom
Oh,
and
that
you
was
looked like you were
great.
trying to be Bill Nye.
that was also great. That was a good
Like the
time.
vibes were very Bill Nye vibes.
That's not a bad vibe to have, to be honest.
No, and honestly, a lot of it I think is just because you were very skinny and very tall. And even though Bill Nye doesn't have
Sure.
glasses, the glasses do complete the look.
That's fair.
No Beard Dan is such a
It's cursed. It's cursed. I
specter that
unironically
haunts
look.
my dreams.
Yeah, I unironically look what 7 to 10 years younger.
Easily. Oh my gosh, not even like an exaggeration.
Not a good time to be me. In fact, I might even say could not be me. No, yeah. Long time in my life, look at school shooter. Even on my driver's license photo, I literally look like I look very homicidal. I don't have a better way to say that because I don't really know what the better way to say that would be. But it's not a good look
Yeah,
for me.
Noah, is there anything you looked like in your photos for like your license
I never look
that
good.
isn't?
I never look good in photos.
I look
I'm
like
just-
a child.
isn't-
I still have not
That's
had
fair.
because here's the thing. I grew my beard out during Cosmo school, but then I got the part-time job at Chick-fil-A back and I had to shave. So I got a new photo of me without facial hair. And it has not expired yet, so I still don't have a picture of me with a beard.
Mm.
And this is embarrassing. My last 2 licenses now have been me in the Chick-fil-A uniform. So like you can't really tell, but I'm wearing black and you can kind of see the red braid of the chef jacket.
That is actually rough.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna dress next time. I am planning around it though, because my current license has my wrong address on it. I just have a little supplemental card that I have to carry around. You know.
What about like outside of ID photos? Like photos people take of you maybe.
Oh. Photos people take of me. I look so spaced out, dude. I look so spaced out all the time. It's very embarrassing. Either that or I look angry.
Oh shit.
I don't know. It depends. I have in the situations that people take pictures of me, I have really nasty RBF, you know?
Yeah, this guy's either pissed off or he's off staring off into space. Just like a Valium mom, am I right?
Valium Mom. That's me. That's me, baby. Valium Mom Noah.
Is that like a thing? Because you just like said it earlier and I just assumed it was a thing. Do people say that?
Do they not?
I've never heard it.
until
Yeah.
today.
Okay, so maybe me and my coworker were just being super rude tonight. I thought that
Oh,
was like
shit!
a pretty established like
No,
stereotype.
I've never heard that in my life. Gotta be honest. I've been letting
No,
you ride it
it's
because
like a
I thought this
subset-
was one of those things that I like.
No,
just
so
woefully
like
unaware of.
it's a subset of like wine mom, right? So you got like
Oh, okay.
you got
okay.
wine
Mm.
moms.
It's like
and
the
you-
wine mom that's like a little past needing wine.
It's like Valium mom, Xanax mom. Am I helping bring it back around anymore?
No, not really.
I'm not really familiar with the concept, but I think I understand it. I think it, perhaps carries some negative stigma with it.
No, it definitely.
But as does wine mom to a degree.
it definitely all of them do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of understand what you meant by that. Yeah, I understand. Anyway, all of this just to say, I was gonna say I feel like I look more and more like King Henry VIII every year.
Okay.
That's
I
what I was
see it.
gonna say before we got off on this fucking road.
I do see
I feel
it.
like every time I look at myself in the mirror and I gain like another like pound or like lose another inch of hairline, I'm like, oh fuck, I look like an English nobleman from the 1600s.
I will say I have
Shit
I have.
sucks.
It took me until this most recent like license to notice that, to actually visibly notice the hairline difference. Like I knew it was happening, but like it's different when you actually see it, and it doesn't feel
Yeah.
good.
So like speaking of like fantasy and being an old English baron, if you were transported back, if this was like one of those like I don't know, if we were in a TV show and like one of our friends like hit their head and then woke up in a fantasy
Mhm.
land, what role would you be playing in it? Like what role would your visage be?
Oh man, I feel
I'm a blacksmith.
you are a blacksmith.
I think that's what I'd be doing.
I can just imagine because like you know how like your hair is kind of like long and like lays in front, you have to like blow it up sometimes.
Mhm.
I can just imagine you like hammering away at like a chest
Yeah.
plate and then like someone comes in, they're like, "Sir, we need 5 more of the swords before tonight, as we have to depart for battle." And you like blow your hair up and you look over, you're like, "Aye."
Yeah, Noah's got big blacksmith energy.
That would be like, for sure.
Honestly,
feel like-
I think it
I
would be
mean,
a
I already said
sick-ass
I'd be like
hobby
a-
to do.
I mean,
And your nobility.
Maybe. I feel like I'm probably like
you're a
a
soft boy.
depending on whose dream it is, like a shitty nobleman of some sort.
You could also
I'm
be the
doing
tavern
some-
keeper that is suspiciously similar
Ooh, that's
looking to the
true.
king.
I see that.
And that's like
Oh,
that's
shit.
like your thing, is that it's like, oh, come down to Henry's tavern, and like you're just slinging pints
That would be
all
such
night,
a shitty.
and everyone's just like,
That's such a shitty sub
"Go ahead,
point, but
go
like I know
ahead."
exactly what you. I mean, like literally, they did that in fucking Game of Thrones. Only it was the blacksmith kid who was like, "Oh, that guy looks a lot like the king used to look, huh? Everybody." Well, we're gonna make him a side character for a little while, and then eventually touch on this again, but ultimately resolve it with nothing at all.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But yeah, I feel like that's just such a funny stereotype that like there's just like a character who's just like, "Oh, that's the tavern keep." Some say he looks a little bit like the king, and you're like, "Oh, I wonder if we're gonna touch back on that later."
No, never.
Like, "Ooh, I wonder if that's gonna be a plot line."
Dan, what would you be?
Dan,
I have
who would
no
you
fucking
be?
clue. My like literal first thought was like tax collector, which is the worst.
I was about to say tax collector.
Really?
too!
Okay, I'll take it. You know what? There are worse things. Tax collectors have boku bugs.
No, okay, so I was thinking tax collector, but also like like sheriff, but I was specifically thinking of Count Rugen
Oh.
from Princess Diary,
I don't
or
know.
not Princess.
What?
You're thinking Princess Bride.
What's his name? Princess
What
Bride.
about-
There it is. I knew Diaries.
What
was the
about
wrong
like?
one. But yeah,
What if you were like the king's advisor, but that's like obviously evil?
Yeah, I get that. That is the energy I wish I put off. I don't know if I put off that much energy in actuality.
I feel like because it's like fantasy land, and
fair.
this is like someone's
true.
like dream
Yeah, yeah,
portrayal
yeah.
of you that like knows
Then
you.
yeah, that's definitely
It'd
it.
be like-
I'm definitely the vizier.
Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite
Oh my god,
tropes.
it's so good.
But like whenever anyone even remotely falls for it, I'm like, you're a fucking novice.
My personal
like,
favorite.
like I'm talking in real life. If you're like watching a movie with someone and there's like, here's the king's advisor, Malagor the Maleficent, and you're like, oh, that guy's probably up to no good.
I really like
and then like the person you're watching the movie with is like,
Oh, I can't believe he betrayed them.
Malagor, the malevolent, betrayed the king.
I really like, and I
Like,
feel like
damn, dude,
it's,
you
it's not
can't.
super common, but it definitely has
Broggish the
happened a couple of
Baneful.
times now, where it's he looks super evil, but like is actually just incredibly competent when nobody else is. Like he's actually a super good guy. He's just very competent. A huge fan.
see, it's fun and all, but there is definitely nothing that beats comically evil.
Comically
that
evil is-
no one sees.
Oh, comically evil that is so blatant, but like the king is like, oh that Malagor, he's always up to some sort of new scheme.
What do you mean Grimo Wormtongue is a bad man? He's always been I've invited him over for dinner for years.
You're telling me I can't trust Grimo Wormtongue?
He's been to my home.
What's next? What's next? This sorcerer with dark bags under his eyes and a cobra on his staff? Jafar won't be my friend?
Oh my god!
What
I
the
wish
fuck are
any
you
of you watched Broadway. Fucking Twisted, so good.
Wicked.
No, Twisted.
Wait, what's Twisted?
It's not
What's-
Broadway. It's Star Kid, not Broadway. My bad. It's
Wait, I thought Broadway was the theater.
Broadway is a yes. It is all. It is a play / musical, but it is not Broadway.
Wait,
I'm talking Twisted. Pretty sure that's what it is.
if we watch Twisted's on Broadway, then how
No,
would
no,
I
no,
go?
no.
I mean, if
I
I was
just-
even if I was a
okay,
Broadway person,
let me
how would
let
I
me try
go
this again.
there?
I really wish any of you guys were into Star Kid because God, Twisted is so good.
What's Star Kid?
God.
Is it an off-Broadway musical?
Isn't that a race in
What is Star Kid?
Starbound?
I'm trying to help you,
Like,
Dan.
no, they're called Nova Kid.
Star Kid is an American musical
I do
theater
love
company
Nova
founded in
Kids.
2009 at the University of Michigan. It's known for their viral success of their first musical, a Harry Potter musical. They've done 2 national tours.
Oh, I know a Harry Potter musical.
Do you hate Harry Potter musical, Noah?
Absolutely, yeah.
Why?
This is bad. Next question.
I have no reason to like Harry Potter musical.
Okay.
I also just don't like Harry Potter.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's a biggie for me.
My favorite bit on the podcast is when Dan brings up a thing that he likes, and then Jackson and Noah just say, "Wow, that thing fucking blows."
No, see, I have no good feelings toward Potter musical. I also don't have bad feelings toward a Harry Potter musical, but I have a lot of bad feelings toward Harry Potter.
That's
and
fair.
I do just like
that carries over.
I feel like Dan and I both definitely have the power with bits to just Dan will bring up something he loves and we'll be like, this fucking sucks. I'll bring up something I'm completely ambivalent to, thinking it's just a joke subject, and then you guys are like, this is a serious thing I know about.
Oh, you're
just
talking
hilarious.
about New Zealand, my favorite Muppet.
No, I
When I brought up Muppets and you started talking about fucking New Zealand, I was losing my mind.
Okay, so
Like,
I got a
I
good
had
Muppet
no
story.
idea.
hold on.
actually.
I want to finish my talk about Star Kid just real briefly. I
Oh,
know you
yeah,
guys
sorry.
don't get. Twisted is the Untold Story of a Royal Vizier. It is a Aladdin musical in the vein of something like Wicked. In fact, very very inspired by Wicked. Like obviously intentionally inspired by Wicked. And it is the story from Jafar's perspective, which is exactly what it sounds like. Of dude, everyone just sucks so bad, and it's so funny. It's a 10 out of 10 musical. You can find it on the internet, but it's very good. Sorry. Go ahead and tell your side story.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the Muppets?
So, Nina's old boss is a huge Muppet fan. Okay, like I'm talking
Weird. There's too many of you.
massive Muppet fan. He to the point where Nina was at her new job, minding her business, and she's just like, "Huh." Talking about the Muppets, and her coworker's like, "Do you know who this Muppet is?" I think he was in the
it's
TV
fucking
show.
insane.
He wore like a David Byrne suit. He was in a band, maybe. I don't really know. And Nina texts this incredibly garbage description with a rough sketch. This man
Of
responds.
New Zealand?
No. Of whoever the David Byrne looking Muppet was. This man responds, I shit you not, within 5 minutes. And the delay was definitely because he was at work and was unable to text back immediately. He sends back just the name immediately.
That's incredible.
And then
I
they
wanna be
looked
the-
him
I
up,
wanna be
and
like-
it was the guy.
I want to be the Muppets guy. Like I want my thing to be like, oh yeah, you ever need to know anything about the Muppets? Give him a text.
Dude, this character was a
but I can't.
one-off on
You
the
already have a
Muppet
Muppets
Show
guy.
like 40 years ago. And he just immediately knew the name. How? I could
God,
never be
Muppets
that
guys are
level of
weird.
Muppets guy.
I
It's
feel
a
like
gift.
everybody's got to be a guy for something, but like,
Is it not enough to be the Mountain
I
Goats
want-
guy?
no, not really, because no one's like, hey man, what's that mountain goats? No one asked me that. No one's ever been like, oh boy, you know what I want to know more about? The mountain goats. I've never encountered this.
What's that Mountain Goats
I
song
mean, I'm-
about the best thing about you standing in the doorway is you and you're standing in the doorway?
That's going to Georgia
Oh, there we go.
off their 2005 album. It was like track 4 or something. I don't know.
Shit. See? That's good. But it is a very niche thing to be able to pull out at parties, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, because if you're at a party and they're playing the Mountain Goats, it's a fucking shit party.
That's true.
Or it's at my house.
Honestly, it doesn't matter how much you like the Mountain Goats. If you are like not at your house for the party and you hear Mountain Goats come on, I feel like you're gonna be like, yo, and then you're gonna be like, I gotta leave.
Yeah, I mean, like, this isn't probably a cool place, you know.
Oh well. This is real Mountain
Because
Goats.
if you're at John
hours.
Green's house, it might be all right. I don't
Would
know.
it be
I
weird
mean, I feel like I'm a guy for other things. I feel like I'm like a coffee guy, but no one ever has like regular coffee questions. Nobody ever like tweets me their questions about coffee.
Do you
Everyone just solves their own problems.
do you want us to tweet you questions about coffee?
Does anyone I mean, I don't think anyone has really been like, oh, you know what I have questions about right now? Coffee. That I can't Google.
See that
You
is
know?
the issue. In the era of Google, having a blank guy is a lot harder now. But they're so much more important, like, than ever, in my opinion. And here's the thing, right?
Well, like the Muppets guy works because like there's no other way to find that.
Yeah.
Like you have to
how are you
have
gonna Google
like,
that
unless you
Muppet?
have hours for the Wikipedia.
I wish I had a bowl cut Yeti guy so that I could ask him, hey,
God, I would love that.
so why do I
I would-
remember this?
I would love for like there to be a guy who's like, oh yeah, I'm really into bowl cut Yetis. Like, I'm really fucking into Yetis with bowl cuts. I'm really into this. I know them all.
I changed my mind. I
If
don't
there's
want
a
that guy
Yeti with a
anymore.
bowl cut, if there's a Yeti with a bowl cut, I know about it. And I want you to contact me.
877 Yeti now.
Please talk to me about the bowl cut Yetis. I need to get this information out.
They're saying Yeti was a bowl cuts aren't a show. They're saying we faked it.
They're saying Corn Cob TV is not Coffin Flop's not a show. You just filmed. What can we say? We just filmed a bunch of funerals and we showed the one where the bodies came out. I've been waiting for a hit on Corn Cob TV. They said I'm nothing but a dumb hick. They said that to me at a dinner. I feel like I may be the I think you should leave guy.
You definitely
are.
I feel like if you have questions about I think you should leave, I probably know the answer.
Oh my god.
But if you have questions about I think you should leave, then let me know. But if the question is like, did any of these fuckers ever come out of the fucking ceiling and ever just fucking have a big old donkey? Then don't ask that question. Don't like that specific question.
Don't ask that
it.
one. All the other ones, good. That one,
Oh, I'm
no
sorry.
good.
I thought this was the after hours show where we could ask any questions we wanted.
You're saying I can swear. I'm saying big fat load of cum. I don't know where our wires got crossed.
Oh, maybe we do need to do more OTA after dark.
We really do, dude.
Everything's so
I think
much
under the-
funnier.
Listen.
Off of the influence is
Ooh,
quite
OTI?
I don't know if it was. I don't know if that's obvious or not. That my demeanor has changed. I don't know if that's apparent. Was it?
I mean, I'm not
I'll
gonna
tell
lie.
you what. Whenever I get my work
But what do you
shit
mean you're not gonna?
situated, I still have a lot of absinthe.
Oh
And I
fuck
will
yeah!
happily
Wait,
enjoy
wait.
a
I
glass of
remember
absinthe while we record.
Am I There is one episode where you did get full on sloshed.
We've had Noah gin drunk.
That's what it
before on the
was.
podcast.
Gin
Gin drunk
drunk
Noah.
Noah. That's my favorite Noah.
Gin drunk Noah was melting into his chair, and every single time I took a shot, I made sure to open the cork near the microphone so I could keep track later when I was sober and editing. And all I knew was that I started the night 3 shots in. Oh no, it was a morning. Wasn't that an early morning recording?
It was
No.
it was not a night.
It was a daylight
It was a day,
recording.
but it was not a morning. I don't
It was
think.
like a 2 p.m.
Yeah, it wasn't like an 8
No,
a.m.
when you say
though.
morning,
Yeah,
that
that's
would've been
yeah. 2
fucked.
p.m. is much more respectable than 8 a.m. drunk. If you're
No,
8 a.m. drunk,
no.
I do actually worry about you.
No, I would never be 8 a.m. drunk.
Haha, same, LOL.
I mean, if it's for a cool reason.
Gritmas counts. Gritmas is.
I feel like if you're carryover drunk at 8 a.m.,
Oh,
that's not
man.
the same as
That is not the
That's
same.
drunk at
swag.
8 a.m.
Yeah, if you're drunk at 8 a.m.,
You
know.
either do, if you're drunk at 8 a.m., you've either done something very, very right or very, very wrong with your life.
If you're drunk at 8 a.m., tweet me questions you have about the mountain goats
And coffee.
and coffee. And I think you should leave. Also, if you're drunk and you're listening to this podcast, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You guys,
Our Christmas gift to you was OTA After Dark.
is this a
Hey,
Christmas
man.
miracle?
Oh, DV, I love you more than him. Oh.
I really.
We should do
I was about to
karaoke.
say, Jackson, can you just continue singing that and let Noah just fade out the episode on that?
Oh, DV, I wish you were my son. Giblet's here. Giblet, take it away. What are you doing on the desk? Come here.
Giblet
it's
on
Giblet.
the desk at night.
Giblet only gets on the
Giblet's
desk
here,
at night.
everyone. Oh, it's okay, buddy. Come here. Oh my goodness, can you say hi? Oh, did you just use a litter box? You kind of smell like cat poop. It's
Everyone
okay.
is off their damn rocker this late at night.
Oh, DV, I love you more than him.
I'm starting to think Jackson doesn't know any of the lyrics to this song. What about you, Noah?
That's most of the song.
I'm
Unfortunately,
pretty
I got
sure he
like
sang
90%
most
of it. You hairy boy, you need a trim. I'll get you wet for Christmas swim. Oh, DV, I love you more than him.
Do you have
That's pretty much
do
the
you
whole
have enough
song.
to fade out
That's
it
a
yet,
lot of
Noah?
lyrics.